here with head coach Juan Carlos Amorós just after that 4-1 win. Just your reflections after this group stage in Vancouver.
Yeah, very happy with the team. Obviously, lots of changes today. The players, adapting to a different style of play here in Canada with Vancouver. I think they've obviously present a low block that is difficult to break. You need to be patient, and congratulations to them, to Sam. I think fantastic coach. They had a very good game plan. They're obviously very talented young players, and I think they were really good. But starting the game strong for us was important. Getting those 2 early goals, I think it settled us a little bit. We obviously conceded that goal after that transition, but I think we really dominated the game. We had patience, we have chances, we scored 4 goals. Very happy now with the first start professionally for Ryan. I think it's the first assist in a professional game for Mark. Again, first goal from Katie, I think, in this second stage at the club. Josie, Bruna, and of course Esther. No? So very, very happy with the team. I think it's very difficult, this calendar that we have, and they keep stepping up and up and up, and they do everything I ask them. So very happy with them.
All right, we'll open it up. I'll start with Jonathan.
Fancy microphone. Juan Carlos, what has this competition come to mean for this club, not only on its own, but now as the defending champion?
Well, this competition is very important for us. We want Gotham to be a team that not only want to be known in America, in the US, but also in other countries. We want the rest of, in this case, North America and the Caribbean to know who we are, to be close to their fans, to get in contact with the communities here. Again, it's been fantastic. We're going to stay a few more days here in Vancouver. It's a human experience for all the players and staff, and it's also a football experience. And for us, it's very important what this competition is giving us. And we already lived a fantastic year last year with it. And for us, as reigning champions, we want to make sure it stays that way. I think for us, being the champions of the continent is something that we take a lot of pride on. And for us it's a special competition, and then on top of that it has those rewards, no? Being able to play in January in that World Cup, and then another World Cup in 28, being able to compete with the best clubs in the world. That's where we want to be, and this is what it takes. It's not easy because it's very, very demanding to be traveling, playing midweek, especially all over the world, but I think in America, especially because of the distances, and it's an important and a special competition for us.
And what does it teach the players, especially the younger American players who aspire to play for the national team at some point? A player like Emily Sonnet has seen all kinds of things in the soccer world, obviously, but a player maybe like Mac Witham or Sarah Szupansky, the other young players, what does it teach them about all the different ways of football?
Yeah, exactly. I think it's very important. No, like today we have to face a very low block in a structure that is very different, 5-2-3 to things that we face, and maybe those are things that they face more at international level when they go with their national teams, and because they are not used to those kind of structures or styles of play, then they find it more difficult. And I think humans, we are an animal of experiences, so the more we experience something, the better we become at it. As you said, I think Emily is a great example, no? And a lot of our more experienced players, but I think the young ones are really learning in these games, how they see and experience football in Mexico, in Jamaica, in Costa Rica, in Vancouver, in Canada, El Salvador. These are invaluable experiences that are very difficult to get. Actually, they didn't even exist a year ago. So I think they are privileged, and sometimes it takes a little bit of time to realize in life, you need to look back and say, like I played that competition, I went to those countries, I play against those players, and I think it's very special and important for the young players to experience this.
Your next, I think, Concacaf game is October 1st, or is there one before then?
Yes, that's correct, because that's my son's birthday, so yeah.
Oh.
I know that one in the calendar.
I know where that one's going to be. And that one will probably be a little more familiar, but it won't be a league game at the same time. How different is that going to be, or is it not?
Yeah, well, we took very seriously every time we compete, and last year we, in the Summer Cup, even if we had a lot of players going internationally, we did a very good job playing also against American teams in this competition. Actually, we played Washington as one of them, and for us, it's just another game. It's obviously a different competition, a more familiar opponent, and one that we will have to be up for it. We know obviously winning, almost I think drawing or winning will automatically qualify us, and I think we're in a good position now, but it's not done yet, and we have to make sure we perform well on that day now.
Just one question. You had Esther come on, immediate impact. She's been like incredible in the NWSL, leading goal scorer. What was that decision like?
Yeah, well, obviously we talk a lot with our high performance and medical team. We try to manage the minutes of the players to secure, ensure as much as we can their health and safety. Obviously, Jaden and Lily started the game. I think it's also part of, it's not only Esther coming on, it's also the other players coming off, Bruna as well, and I think we try to manage minutes in a way that we can maximize their performances. That's the reason why, and we know that if you put Esther, when Esther is on the pitch, it just makes not only the goal, but it makes things tick and connect, and I think it was an important addition on that second half, where I think we dominated both halves, but I think the second one we probably dominated more a little bit like in their half and keeping the game on the final third, and could have scored more goals. We scored the same goals on both halves, but I think the second half performance was a little bit more dominant.
You're right. Say, Mac assisted the fourth. We think Mac Witham assisted the.
Yes.
Yeah. One line in a box score, obviously, but how significant is that for her as she keeps growing into, being a professional?
Yeah, I think obviously as a forward, it's important the goals and the assists, and it's something that kind of counts towards the future. But I think every minute that she has playing at this level, playing with these teammates in competitive games, is what really add value to her development. And I think today obviously we play her a little bit on the right hand side, trying to connect with Kaya, with Bruna, players that she's very familiar with, trying to arrive in those crosses from the other side. Unfortunately, I need to watch it back. I think maybe it was a good position to score, but in the end it was an assist. And I think it's very important and valuable for her to keep growing, to have these experiences when possible. The beginning, she was playing a little bit more. Obviously, at the beginning of the year, we have a lot of problems in our forward line, so that probably opened the opportunity for her more earlier than what we expected. And now that the other players are back, probably she's having a bit less minutes, but she's working really hard behind the scenes to make sure that she grows. She's obviously a very young player. We can't forget that she's only 14 years old. It's a very special case, and it's part of her development being in a club and in a team like ours to keep growing.